Freedom for chickens. It's time for the chickens to free range for the day and find some of their own food. I got tired of waiting for this big pile of leaves to break down, and I also realized I want to use this whole garden space. So I took what was our leaf compost ring and I'm mixing it in with straw and goat manure from the barn and hoping to turn that into an active compost pile. Get that broken down so we can put it on the garden. That also frees up this giant wire ring, this welded wire ring, and I'm gonna use this to give our baby chicks some free range space so they can adjust to the outdoors. Woohoo! Look at the chickens. They're all over this compost pile up here. What you finding in there, ladies? Something good, I'm sure. Oh man, and it's getting hot in here. Whoo, it's hot. When you get that critical mass, that 3 by 3 by 3 size, that's when your compost really comes to life. This pile's gonna heat up. I'll turn it probably in 1 to 2 weeks, and then I may need to turn it again, but then it'll be ready for the garden. Hey little chicks, what do you think? It's a free world out here. Come on out and enjoy the grass. That's a pretty high drop there, so I'm gonna give them a little bit of help. Some of the chicks are very reticent to come out that door, and some of the others are down here enjoying some scratch on the ground. It kind of makes me think, you know, am I an adventurer where I see a door open? It's something I've never known before. It's totally new to me. But I look and I say, hey, this is good, and I go for it. Or am I still hanging out up there in the doorway, watching other people go through first? You know, there's probably some wisdom in both paths, but it kind of gives me a new answer to the riddle, why did the chicken cross the road? I'd say it's because he's an adventurer. Not all the chickens crossed the road. Some of them stayed on the same side. This is just a temporary setup. I've got this welded wire screwed into the barn here with just like a little kind of 2 by 2 slat, and then 5 T-posts. This area is about 20 by 15 feet. And we'll just use it for daytime sunlight and air and a little practice scratching for these chicks. I really didn't want to put a bunch of money or time into this, so I did a pretty quick job. On my end here, I have the welded wire wrapped around the wire, so I have a kind of a little makeshift gate. And then I've made myself a little metal bracket down here so it fits in at the bottom there. And then I can pull tight and just hook this hook in, and it's pretty secure, safe enough to keep dogs out and whatnot. It's kind of cool thinking about the fact that this is really the first time these chicks have ever been exposed to soil, been exposed to looking for their own food and finding their own food. So I'm excited to introduce them to that because they have a long life of freedom and self-sufficiency ahead of them. Come on, you girls. There's nothing to be afraid of out here. It's a wonderful world. Come on out. I'm gonna leave those chicks to figure out that ramp. I may need to put some cross slats on it. And I'm gonna go up to the garden here and try to throw some fence posts in the ground. That's really has become our top priority. I guess it's been a top priority all along. Okay, so I hit a well. I've dug a well, and I think it's time for me to stop. I've got a couple holes done, but in this hole, and it's been raining for days and days, the creek is high, I hit water. About 18 inches down is the current water table. That water table is way higher than normal, and it's about time for me to stop anyway, so I'm gonna run up here and just check on the chickens in the compost pile and grab the eggs before the chickens go into their house for the night. Yay, it's a party up here in the compost pile. You girls and guys are having a ball. Hey Donald, how are things going out here? Are you keeping it peaceable? Yes, sir. We've got these extra laying buckets down here to give the chickens extra room to lay in. And it's making a big difference in the eggs we're getting. There's 20 eggs. I think that's probably a record for us for a day with 25 laying hens. Pretty nice. Look at all those eggs. So my closing thought is fences and freedom. That there's two kinds of freedom. There's freedom in life from all the bad things that we want to get away from. You know, from financial enslavement with debt or anything else. And then there's freedom too. And too often I think we focus on freedom from and we think about the bad things we want to get rid of. Because if you just know the freedom from, if you just know what you don't like, then once you get rid of it, what are you left with? I think that in the end, that we'll all find that freedom to free range, freedom to homestead, freedom to do whatever we want to do is the more powerful force to pull us towards success in our lives.